Chapter 13, Visualization Media. This is an example. This is not the Bighorn project. This is an example of uh, a project that was created for Rocheport, Missouri for the Missouri River Bridge. They were looking at moving traffic to one side of the bridge and seeing how that would stack the traffic up. So this model was created and exported into v7.7 traffic model, and then the cars were placed on the roadway and then imported back into this project. And so in visualization, you can see the cars moving along. The other thing that we had was this truss that you see in this ConceptStation file. There are no trusses that are exactly the Rocheport Bridge. So we acquired the plans for the Rocheport Bridge and created that in MicroStation in 3D, and then was able to import that in to ConceptStation. The way it was done was we export out this ConceptStation file. All of these things were exported out, and so we got a DGN, we got a MicroStation file, and that MicroStation file had the roadway and the bridge without the truss. And then in MicroStation, we were able to go out and see that roadway and that bridge, and then draw in the 3D truss and place it right on top in the exact location as that bridge. So it has the coordinate system that matches because it was exported out of the ConceptStation file. So if we look at the DGN file that was exported out, this is the file, and then the truss was drawn with just regular line work. So if you take a look at that and zoom it in, that's just a regular MicroStation line drawn in 3D using 3D AccuDraw, MicroStation AccuDraw, and they were all drawn in here on top of the ConceptStation items that came in, like the bridge piers and the bridge deck. They all came across, and they came across at exact location. So, and they put them in different models and then reference them into the main. So I have this line work out here, and what I do is I just wanted the line work, and then I wanted to create some 3D solids off of those lines. So I created a truss 3D drawing, and in that truss 3D drawing I brought in the line work from the other file that was drawn from the bridge plans, and then just drew 3D solids for each one of the pieces of steel on that bridge. So everything out there is a 3D, in this case it's a cylinder object. You could have made them other types of objects, but these are just 3D cylinder models that have material applied to them, the steel material. So whenever it was created in MicroStation, the material was applied to that, and you can see all the JPEGs that are in there. Those are all different materials. And then when it was, I'll go ahead and delete this one out of here to show you how it works. But so this was the original model, and then once I created the truss, we were able to import that, other data, add data, and then we went out to the Rocheport area where I had saved it, and I have that truss 3D drawing, and I just brought that in. And down below here is how it attaches the material. So it's an SS4 drawing. The user is examples, because that's really where the material came from, was the examples workspace. And then a project of Bentley Civil Imperial. Okay, and then once I do that, I can import that in. The DGN is the same coordinate system as the ConceptStation file, so it comes in at the right spot. That's key to this whole thing. And then so it imported it, and it brought it right over the top of my drawing. Now you'll see that there is some other stuff out there, like the bridge deck and all that stuff is out there. It brings over two different models. It brings over the Truss 3D model, which is the referenced in ConceptStation file, which I can delete that out because I don't need it, but the default view 1, that's the actual truss. Okay, so this is the conceptualized side. So if I switch it over now to the visualized side, and I zoom in now to the Missouri River Bridge, you can see that that truss is actually line work and solid and steel, and it casts a shadow and everything um, in there. So you can create MicroStation drawings and import them into ConceptStation. And I also have the moving cars with Vism on here as well, that traffic modeling software that shows that if we move it all to one side, it's going to be moving pretty slow. But and this is at just 2 stars, so you see the shadow kind of disappear there. I could force it to do 4 stars or 5 stars, but right now it's sitting at 2 stars, so I can move it around real easily. You zoom in, you can see the thickness of the truss bridge. You can see that out there. Zoom in a little closer and the traffic is moving. So this was one that was actually created for a real project that's going on. You can see the barrier on the bridge. Basically, created an ITL that had that information in it, created my own templates and everything for the bridge, and placed it out there. Okay. So once that's created, you can also see I did put an existing track in there and a train in the background. So there's also birds. I think probably saw that in the list. But then it creates, when it created the fly through, this is a super fine fly through, and you can tell it's not very long of a video, but this took over 10 hours for it to create this video. But you can see the train coming. The cars will move every once in a while. I'm actually going to drive down through the bridge on this one, but I actually added trees, quite a few trees on there. The clouds are moving. But you can zoom down, you can see all the traffic, how it's backed up through Vism. And we'll come down into the bridge now. And you can see all the trees that were added with the paint tool that you saw in the other visualization product. But now I'm going to go right down the bridge. And just remember that these 3D objects, they're actually moving. They're traffic, they're trucks and cars. The truss is a MicroStation DGN file, and then the bridge deck is from ConceptStation. So we've got really 3 kind of different things happening here, all put together as one for this file. So this is an example of something that you could do with this product after you get done with this training.